Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be taking a pair, breaking it down both from an order flow and technical perspective. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move. And in doing this analysis, I will provide as much free education as possible. So I really suggest that you stick to the video to the end. So without further ado, let's go straight to the charts. In today's video, I want to speak about USDJPY because at the moment we do have quite interesting price action and structure. So first, I will be covering the technical side, then also the order flow. Starting from the technical side, here in the monthly, we can see a very strong impulse to the upside followed by this correction. Now, in general, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And if we do that, we can see how the market has just retraced exactly to the 0.618 of the Fibonacci taken on this monthly impulse, which is a strong support zone from which we could expect some bullish price action to be developed. But overall, if we look at the structure that the market currently has, it appears quite clearly that the market is supposed to go and test this area here, because this is the actual previous resistance turn support. Now, if you have difficult structure to read in order to identify where the actual support is, a quick trick that you can use is go down on a line chart. If you do that, it will be easy to identify that this is the strong previous resistance turn support created by this angle here. And if we place a horizontal ray and we switch back to candles, we can see that there is still room for the market after the correction to continue a little bit lower. So from a monthly perspective, what it seems is that we could expect some short-term bullish price action and then longer-term bearish continuation to go and test this support. Going down on the weekly time frame, what we can notice now from a weekly perspective, we can notice how the market had created and has created this overextended W formation, after which we expected a rejection lower, which is what the market is currently doing, with a massive impulse to the downside. However, we can also see how the market is currently testing this previous resistance turn support, from which, as we have already identified on the weekly, we could expect a bit of bullish price action to get developed, but then overall we would like to see more bearish continuation to go and test the W, the neckline of the W formation, which is the completion zone of the pattern. Dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, I spoke about USDJPY a few days ago. We wanted to see the impulse breaking below the support, retest, and rejection lower. That is exactly what the market has now created. And by the way, I will link in description this previous analysis, so you can go and check it out for more free education. However, now that the market has created a move, a very strong move, I might say, we could expect the market to look for some corrective movement in order to then grab new sellers in order to push the price lower. So what we need here is short-term bullish price action and then longer-term bearish continuation, which is exactly what we have already identified on the weekly and monthly. Also here on the daily, since we have an impulse and we want to measure the correction, we have to take our Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse, which gives us at 0.382, which is the first Fibonacci retracement level that the market is supposed to retrace to, at this area that we could expect the market to test and then potentially to reject lower. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, and we check the data specifically for the JPY, we can see how with the last report we had 22k shorts getting closed and 2.8k longs getting opened, making the JPY stronger. And since all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD, if we want information on USDJPY, here we're looking at JPY USD, we simply have to reverse everything, meaning that in a situation like this, where you're having a JPY getting stronger, USDJPY could definitely continue lower. So if we get this correction, there is a good probability to see this potential move lower actually happening. So if the market does provide a correction to this area, how we could be approaching a potential reversal lower and continuation lower. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the upside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bullish market as we would have to an intraday bearish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bullish to bearish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection lower for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and this kind of things, that is all part of the mentorship program, which you can find at transparentfxtrading.com. Here you have the possibility to gain access to my entire course with all the rules of the strategies. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software, which puts together everything you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you scroll lower past the testimonials, you will see that at the moment I'm running a special promotion in which you have a huge discount on the mentorship program price, so one-time payment for lifetime access with a massive discount. And as you can see here, there is still time to join before the timer goes to 0 and the price goes back to normal. However, spots are limited, so if they get filled before the timer goes to 0, the offer will end anyway and price will go back to normal. So I really suggest that you join directly from here and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout. So definitely looking forward to have you on board. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in my next video.